To no one will we sell, to no one deny or delay right or justice.
Anything you like, be free. Oh, he winces, regroups.
Imagine taking away women's right to vote.
And reader, I left him. I also left the door of the freezer open.
High walls, built to keep you out, not in.
First, release the princess. Throw open the castle gates.
We're on a mission, she says. A mission to free dogs.
Now then, about this cow. Daisy. As he said the cow's name, he looked pained. Buck reckoned that in the business of selling beasts for breeding or the table, names did not come into it much. This young man, here he indicated Reese, believes he has a solution to our dilemma. Simmer down, and you, Mr. Jones. 3 points. 1. As you gentlemen know, Ludlow was, is, and always will be the principal town of the Marches. There was a rumble of agreement. Point 2. It seems from ancient treaty that disputes when Welshmen or Englishmen, or English women, have been, what was it? He consulted Rees and smiling broadly continued, have been deprived or dispossessed of something without the lawful judgment of their equals, whether in England or Wales, we have to give it them back. Point 3. In the case of dispute, it's the law of the Marches that decides it. Clear? His audience was not clear. Hands went up with half-formed questions and went down again. But Rees looked triumphant. Buck and I had never seen him put his knowledge to such dramatic use. The auctioneer, James Farrier, the newsman told us, proposed that in matters concerning the law of the Marches, in his livestock market, he had delegated powers. He was enjoying himself. Anyone disagree with that? No one did. Not even Griff Jones, leaning on the barrier of the sale ring like a man who had gone around with Henry Cooper. Right then, you now decide, as the Miss Bennet's equals, whether I sell said cow Daisy to the benefit of Mr. Jones here, or reinstate her to the Miss Bennets. The crowd cottoned on, and the place was filled with shouts of Bennet, sell, and I'll take the
I'll
lasses.
swap that wasp, she says, and a folded newspaper appears at my elbow. It's too big, I whisper. How big is too big, she asks, as the newspaper grows and grows until it's too heavy to lift. How about making it smaller instead? What would it be like if it was a teensy-weensy gnat? The hornet voice recedes to a whine, high-pitched, evil, dangerous, mosquito, deadly. I flinch. She says, if this voice were a person, who would it be? My father, I say without thinking, and there he is, behind my left shoulder, his shadow flung across the table, hand reaching to cut me off. No, I say, cradling the phone against me and getting the table between us. It isn't much of a barrier, and I have to look at him now. He doesn't look much like himself, stronger and taller and not really my father at all. You aren't my father, I say, noticing something of a feminine aspect. A tinny voice squeaks at me and I put the receiver back to my ear. What? I say. When are you going to go? What? I ask again, glancing beyond him to the door. I can't leave. What a ridiculous idea.
An old college fellow sat opposite him. Fry introduced himself. Ah, you're the chap who did some time at Her Majesty's pleasure, am I right? Still doing it, smiled Fry. The Don leant forward with a grin. Might I ask what you're in for? Philosophy, politics, and economics, said Fry. The old man, a renowned classicist, pounded the table as he laughed. Fry felt himself relax for the first time since the train. And then he saw her. barely 3 meters away at the next table with her back to him. She turned to speak to the man on her right, lips mouthing in profile. He felt his whole body shudder, heard his mind warble, what, before it finally clicked. And he started running through the seating plan in his head. He caught her first name, then the duplicated surname shared with the guy who now sat beside her. Married to someone they'd both known, someone she'd never stopped knowing. She seemed taller, rangier, her hair a different colour, maybe. The rest of the meal was lost on him. Done a Kidman, hasn't she? He drank the coffee, but declined the port. The hall was emptying now, but still full enough to keep him hidden and her close by. He recognised the person who'd slid in beside him, but couldn't remember the name. Another chubby face with too much tooth in the grin. A Kidman, you know what I mean. Bleached herself, hasn't she? Started out all flame-haired and rosy-cheeked and ripe. And now, what the fuck happened to all those freckles? I'm telling you, I don't even bother watching her films anymore. Fry's gaze flitted from the guy's fat hand to the butter knife. The wood of the table was soft, perfect for a proper crucifixion. That's why all the metal surfaces were steel. She was heading for the exit, her husband's hand in the small of her back. Didn't you have a thing with her once? Nicole Kidman, no.
She returned 12 hours and 34 minutes later. How are you getting on? She asked. I paused a moment before answering, uncertain what to say. It's a tricky one. Yes, she nodded. Do you need anything? Any input? I had not rung the bell. There was nothing I knew for certain that I needed, but she was offering me information. I need to know the average dowry of a farm girl, the number of silk favours displayed during the last Michaelmas joust, the increase in the number of apothecaries on Downham Road since last year. She laughed, a light musical laugh. Very well, I shall try and find out for you. Anything else? I need to know what chocolate tastes like, I stammered. I need to know what wind feels like as it brushes through your hair on a warm summer's day. I did not know what else I needed. She looked up at me, pityingly. You do not know these things. The evil of it. But I hear someone coming. I must go.
He was protesting up and down Friendly Street, a demonstration against the new immigration laws.
But we made our own liberation the best way we could. If we had the pill, we'd have been unstoppable, she says.
This used to be the site of a fish weir.
Never apologise. Never hide. Never let hate be unopposed.